After roasting the BBC on being cornered for fake news, Elon Musk has slammed the BBC on COVID misinformation and being pressured by the UK government.
Does the BBC hold itself at all responsible for misinformation regarding masking and side effects of vaccinations, and not reporting on that at all? And what about the fact that the BBC was put under pressure by the British government to change its editorial policy? Are you aware of that?
This is not an interview about the BBC.
Oh, so. You thought it wasn't?
And I see now why you've done Twitter Spaces. I am not a representative of the BBC's editorial policy. I want to make that clear. Let's talk about something else. You want to talk about the BBC?
You too.
All right, let's talk about something else.
You weren't expecting that.
Let's talk about something else.
Sanjeev Srivastava, foreign affairs expert, is joining us live. Sanjeev, more evidence of BBC now being exposed for misinformation.
Yes, Uday. I think BBC is gradually becoming more and more exposed for its various agendas which it is running. And Elon Musk, in this recent in the latest, expose, obviously, he is telling about the BBC's misdeeds. And with regard to COVID, BBC, Elon Musk, as he says, that BBC helped, covering up various kind of, side effects of corona vaccines. Also, it attempted to cover up many other such, informations, vital informations. And obviously, it raises yet again the questions over the BBC's credibility, which is gradually, receding, and BBC is getting more and more exposed time and again. So I think Elon Musk, and obviously the journalist, the kind of questions he was posing to Elon Musk, baseless questions, obviously it infuriated Elon Musk, and he reacted very strongly against the various kind of baseless questions. And then he again, reacted back by saying these things. So I think certainly, BBC will have to introspect. That is the need of the hour. If they have to survive, if they have to maintain their credibility, there is no other option for the BBC but to correct their ways. They must mend their ways if they have to remain relevant, if they have to remain credible. And otherwise, if the BBC, the way they are practicing things, the way they are, creating reports, etc., it is quite clear that they are directionless. They are, working for certain, section which we know as a left liberal cabal, and obviously they are conspiring hard, George Soros and many other such Hindenburg reports, etc. So I think such conspiracies which are being hashed by certain section in the international community, left liberal cabal, BBC appears to be working for that kind of a propaganda. And I think it has really harmed the BBC's credibility already. And the BBC will have to correct its ways. Otherwise, as I was saying, that it might lose its credibility completely in times to come.
Absolutely, Sanjeev. And in fact, Elon Musk even questioned on the UK government's pressure and the BBC succumbing to it on changing its editorial policy and line.
Yes. I think BBC claims that they are independent media. They work independently. They are under no pressure from British government, etc., etc. All sorts of claims they are, doing. But the kind of acts which they are doing, the kind of reports they are making, the kind of interviews they are conducting, it shows their biasness, their prejudiced mindset, and it's quite clear that they are working for. To promote certain agenda. Their propaganda, they are becoming gradually a propaganda tool. I mean, this kind of words we have been using about Chinese media, but it's very sad to say that a country which is a democratic country, and there BBC, which works from that democratic country, is behaving in this kind of a manner. that this kind of assessments are being done, that they are promoting certain agendas, they are becoming a propaganda tool. So I think BBC credibility is seriously under question, and BBC will have to think about it. If they have to, as I said, if they have to remain relevant, credible, then they will have to mend their ways. Otherwise, they have already harmed their image, they have already harmed their credibility with their various reports and interviews, etc., etc. I think if they do not mend their ways, if they do not correct their course, obviously they will go down, and their credibility will be completely lost in times to come, and that is what is going to happen. So I think it's high time BBC realizes its mistake, blunders rather, I would say, and they correct their ways as quickly as possible.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.